The baddest on your side, baby, you couldn't hold it down. See, I was down to ride. Fuck it, that shit is over. Told you not to sleep on me.
Yeah, I want you.
I want you not to sleep on me.
I told you if you fuck up another nigga gon' love
Not
it.
to sleep on me. I want you not to sleep on me.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl LISHA, and I'm back with another story time. It's been a long time coming. I know. And by the title of this story time, y'all already know what I'm gonna be talking about. And yeah, let's just get to it. Y'all, I think I don't fuck with another crackhead. Now, I'm not messing with him currently at this moment, but I started messing with, let's see what we're gonna call him. We're gonna call him, what we gonna call him? Dez. We're gonna call him Dez. Okay, I started messing with Dez. I met Dez at a barbershop. I met him, he was a barber. Okay. I went to the barbershop, I think around this time I had a short haircut. So y'all know this was years ago. I had a short haircut and I went to this barbershop around the corner from my house, and he was in there. So the dude cutting my hair, whatever, and he was walking around the barbershop. He was a jokester. So he asked me a question, and I really did, and I kind of like brushed it off and just laughed it off. And he said something slick, like, "Oh, I guess she can't talk." And everybody started laughing, and I was like, "Oh no, I can talk. How you know? I just don't want to talk to you, And everybody was like, "Oh, doing all that high school shit." So we started talking from that or whatever, and the guy finished my hair, and Dez followed me outside to my car. He asked me for my phone number, and at the time I was with X. And y'all already know X history, so shit, I was down for whatever. He was a nice looking guy, dark skin, slim, kind of. He wasn't muscular, but y'all know how them real slim dudes kind of got like a little bit of muscle type, six-pack type shit, but he wasn't like, I can't explain it. But bald head, thick, pretty ass beard, just chocolate. So, I don't really have no type anyway. He was nice looking, you know what I mean? And shit, I wasn't looking to marry him. I was just looking to play.
Allegedly.
Mm-hmm. Allegedly.
Per.
And so I gave him my number, and it went on from there. Okay. Hold that thought, y'all. Okay, I'm back, y'all. So in the meantime, between time, we talking or whatever, chopping it up. From my understanding, he had a place to stay. He didn't have a car at the time, and that was a red flag that I fucking looked over.
Why the fuck would you do something like that?
Because of the simple fact, you know what I'm saying, X Brown here doing what the hell he want to do. I'm just trying to play. So, we kind of met up a few times. Me and Dez met up quite a few times. Y'all, when I tell y'all Dez is honey. We went to lunch a few times. And after we finally kind of like met up, like linked up, I'll say linked up, bruh, Dez is like, honey, from here to here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Dez is pretty well endowed. Dez is the type that I hope ain't none of my adult people, I mean like my family. I hope y'all not like my like yeah, older people. I hope y'all are not watching this, but if y'all are, I'm so sorry. But Dez is very well endowed. And I should have known that was another red flag. Cause you know, them ones with that good sex, they ain't got shit. Them the ones that need places to live. Them the ones that need rides. Them the one, y'all know how it go. So anyway, like I said, you know what I'm saying? During the times where X was either locked up or doing whatever he could do, you know, I invite him over or whatever. And you know what I'm saying? Me and him will hook up or whatever, y'all.
Got millions of buckets to choose from, sweetheart. So you ain't stopping what's going on with me. So if you gonna act up, I'm about to link up.
You would think that Dez is very well endowed. I'm sorry I keep saying it, but he is. I call him Log to my friends. But you would think that it would have hurt so bad. But y'all, when I first did it with him, he's so well endowed that he doesn't really get rock hard, put it that way. He is well endowed on soft. Okay, we're gonna just say that. So when he gets aroused, yeah. So you would think when he stuck it in, I would be in so much pain, but it really wasn't. It was like, it was great, but it was like, I was looking to be like, oh my God, like, you know what I'm saying? I was looking to be in pain and I wasn't, y'all. I don't know what this has to do with the story, but I just had to tell y'all that. Hey, this is Ed and LISHA. Not only did I have to tell y'all that, but he also had some good head too, bitch. When I tell y'all, when he was down there, baby, he would growl and honey, I just had to tell y'all that. But anywho, that nigga was, you know what I'm saying, putting it down. So all the red flags that he was shooting, baby, it eventually came out that he was from house to house, living with this homegirl, this homeboy, living at the barbershop, honey, listen. Didn't never really have bread like that. So once I started to see all of this stuff, it was like I was kind of like stepping back. Now, mind you, me and him grew like a friendship. Like, that's my dog. So if you listening, if you see this, I don't mean no malice, no harm in this story time. It was just a story time that I thought that I'd tell. That's all. It was a part of my life, and I just thought I'd tell it. So I hope if you are looking at this, you don't get offended. But y'all, once I started seeing the real him, baby, I started kind of like, you know what I'm saying? So, one time, y'all, me and him, it was just like plenty of times that I would have to take him, like I've never taken him to a home, like to his home. He's, out of all the years I've known this man, he has not had like his own home that I would drop him off to. I could never go to, and you would think that, okay, this nigga, you can't never go to his house, he must got a bitch. No, y'all, he didn't. He was just homeless with no car. Can't keep no job. He eventually started a pressure washing business, like pressure washing houses and cars and stuff. And I thought he was doing good eventually. Like, this was he started the pressure washing business maybe a few years ago, maybe about three years ago, maybe. And I thought he was doing good. He had done about 3 or 4 years ago, he told me he had a girlfriend that he was he was with, that, you know what I'm saying, I was like, oh, okay, that's good. Now the last time he told me this, me and him had done linked up. This was this last time that me and him linked up. Me and X wasn't together. But he had told me he had met somebody, what, cat, dog, or frog, and I'm like, okay, well, that's good. That's what's up. I was like, okay, the sex was good, but it wasn't nothing. Like, I ain't gonna miss it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could get good sex from, you know what I'm saying? Anywho, it wasn't nothing. He wasn't doing nothing for me that I was gonna miss. So I was just like, that's good. I want him to elevate. I want him to come up. You know what I'm saying? If it's with another bitch, cause you can't be with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you know what I'm saying? I ain't, no, hell no. So anyways, this Dez is the one. I don't know if y'all remember a story time where I told y'all, or did I tell y'all? Okay, X had done left and went with his wife / baby mama. I had kicked him out, and he left and went with his wife / baby mama. And Daz ended up asking me, can he come stay a few nights over with me? Now, mind you, y'all, like I said, I was going through it, wasn't really thinking, like, damn, he wants to stay a few nights. Why not? You know what I'm saying? At this time, this had done been a few weeks after me and him had done broke up. And I had done, we had done parted our ways. So around this time, X had done got his own place. Okay. So I let Dez come stay with me for a few days. Bitch, it ended up being a few weeks, I think. And then Dez thought, because I let him stay there, that we were gonna be together. And no, I was just being a friend, helping him out, giving him a place to stay. Now, around this time, I was getting ready to move out of that place as well. So one particular night, he was there, and he thought, like I said, he thought we was together. And I had to let him know, no, we're not together. I'm just helping a friend out. It's just a friend helping a friend out. So he was like, where you finna go? Like, y'all like pushing up on me, like, where the fuck you finna go? Like, or what? I'm like, the fuck you mean where I'm finna go? Bitch, I'm grown. Like, the fuck is you? Like, boy, if you don't go, get out my motherfucking face. And he was like, nah, where the fuck you finna go? I know you ain't finna go over there with that nigga and leave me over here. Honey, if I was finna go, if I was finna go over there with that nigga, bitch, it ain't none of your business. Bitch, first of all, you need to be worrying about where the fuck you finna go after you leave here. Honey, pipe down before you be out of this bitch tonight and having to find somewhere to stay, mister. So he was just like, nah, you ain't finna go over there. You not finna go over there. I said, okay, watch me. So he was like he was finna bow up every. Now mind y'all, Dez is very small, like he's skinty, like he's skinny, like he's skinny, y'all. So it was almost like he was all up on me. I was like, get out of my face or whatever. He was like he was, coming up on me, pushing up on me, like he was trying, like he was gonna hit me or something. So I'm like, get out my face. Like, you doing all this, like you finna put your hands on me. You really trying to be out of here tonight.
I don't fight, I don't wrestle, I beat bitches up.
So he kind of piped down or whatever, told my man, LISHA, that's fucked up. I say, no, it is not. How is it fucked up? Me and you are not together. I am a friend helping a friend out. Like, what are you talking about? So, anyways, I eventually end up going over there to spend the night or whatever. So I goes over there to spend the night or whatever. When I come back, Dez wasn't there. So eventually he ended up moving out and moving elsewhere or whatever. So I guess it wasn't what he thought that it was gonna be or whatever. But shit, I was glad, because I don't know what the fuck he thought was going on, but it wasn't that. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, me and him had done accrued a friendship. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't really like, I was bothered by it, but it didn't piss me off. Like, so I didn't hear from him for probably a few months. Bitch, a few months passed. I get a text asking, can I give him, can I send him $5, or can I buy him something to eat, or can he do my, and that's another thing, he used to do my eyebrows. Can he do my eyebrows for a meal, or something? And y'all, all of this shit is going over my head because I'm not really, I don't know, y'all, what I was thinking, but I'm not really thinking like, I'm thinking like, what the fuck? Why can't this man get the fuck right? I don't understand. Not saying that everything is right in my life, but as long as I've known Dez should at least be where I am, and that's able to maintain. Dez is a grown man. He has himself to look out for. All he needs is a job. He get him a job, he should be able to maintain and be stable. He has kids, but he don't help take care of them. So it's not like they're with him. So I just don't understand it. And maybe it's not for me to understand. Maybe it's other factors that factor into that. But y'all, I don't know why this man just can't get right. That's what I should have named him, Can't Get Right. So he called, here, there, I hear from him every now and again, asking for $20, asking for $5. So we ended up linking up again or whatever. And one night after I got out the club or whatever, and he ended up texting me and asking me, was that me in the club? I was like, yeah. And he was like, where you at? I was like, home. So we ended up linking up from off of that. Bitch, tell me why. The next motherfucking morning, this nigga say, LISHA, do you have $1.25? Because I'm going to go up here and walk to the store and get me a black. Y'all, this man asked me for $1.25 so he can walk to the store and get him a black. It was at that motherfucking moment where I knew he would never get none of this punani ever again. And like I said, he got it that time because, that's my dog. You know what I'm saying? We hook up every now and again. But when he asked me for that $1.25, y'all, we woke up. He didn't ask me for a toothbrush, a rag to wash his face, nothing to eat. Bitch, he asked me for $1.25 to go with the rest of some change that he had in his hand so that he can go and buy him some blacks.
Any motherfucker ever needed to sit they stupid ass down, you that bitch.
Like I said, it was at that motherfucking moment when I knew he wasn't getting no more of this. He wasn't getting none of this no more. So me still not thinking, y'all. So that day passed or whatever, I ain't hear nothing from him. So y'all, years done went by, years. Oh no, I'm lying. So before this, he had done said that during the time before this last time, during that time he was you know what I'm saying, we was talking and he was telling me how he was having problems with his girl, how she you know what I'm saying, his girl was had lost her baby daddy. Okay, so she was kind of like not necessarily favoring to her kids, but anything her kids said went over his say so. And he was just like, the kids though, they was grown kids, they don't want to do nothing, they don't want to work, they don't want to this, they don't want to clean up, they don't want to that. And anything that they don't want to do, they don't have to do. And that was a problem for him. So it was creating a problem in their relationship. So they eventually ended up breaking up. It was probably the simple fact though too that he could never keep a job as well. So he didn't tell me about that part. I'm just assuming, but it was probably the simple fact that he could never and that's how he got to my house in her car. Let me add that. But it was probably the simple fact that he could never keep a job, and I don't understand. I don't know if it's the fact that he don't want to keep a job. Maybe child support is coming out his check whenever he work, and that's the reason why he don't want to work. But I don't know, y'all. But this man can never keep a job. So, anyways, like I said, after the last time, I didn't hear from him no more up until when I was in North Carolina. Okay. North Carolina, he texts me and he asks me, what the fuck did he text me and he asked me? Let me see. Let me go to my text, y'all. He put LISHA and I put the eyes. He said, don't look at me. Did you cook? I said, I'm out of town. This was June, okay? I went to North Carolina in May. So this was June or April, one of the two. And this was June. I put out of town. And he put, and he didn't say nothing else to me, okay? July 28th, okay? A month later, I text him. I said, something just told me, you know what? Let me see if he working and maybe he can come up here and work. You know what I'm saying? So I put, hey, you got a car? He put, not at the moment. I should have known. Not at the moment. What you got? I may be able to get one though. I said, you working? I said, meaning, do you have a job? He said, no, I'm waiting to hear back from a place. Now, actually, I've accepted an offer letter last Friday. You know of something? I said, I asked because I work for this company doing debris storm work in North Carolina, but you have to have a car. It's great money. I said, but you have to pay for your room and board though. That's the only thing. He was like, is it here in Georgia? I said, no, it's in North Carolina. He said, hold on, let me see it. Thank you. I said, it's out of town, Des, but it's worth it, especially if you don't have much going on. You can also cut hair because guess what? A bit don't have time to get haircuts. Oh yeah, I was telling him we don't have time to do nothing. Haircuts, hairdos, none of that shit, nothing. I said, if you're interested, I'll send you a link to apply, and maybe you can apply for the next contract if you can get a car. He said, may God bless you for sharing this with the prayer hands. He said, but I am basically homeless though. So I sent him the link. I said, the only thing, once you apply and they call, they're going to want you to be here as soon as possible. So don't apply until you have a secure car. So I said, yeah, they're going to, he sent me where he filled out the application and everything. And I said, yeah, they're going to want you here ASAP. If they have several positions open. So just keep applying to different ones that say debris monitor. He said, thank you so much. I sent this to my sister just the other day. It was a whole text, telling her how he homeless. He's sleeping in a friend's car. He don't have a place to bathe or a way to move around. And he's been able to stay at another friend's house in the past couple of days. But because he's out of town, I'm truly thankful that I got a job offer, but I don't know when I'll start. I'm hungry. I hate asking anyone for anything, but I'm going to need help from someone. I'm tired of asking people. God knows I am. I pray God makes me better. So she glad to hear that. You don't understand that I have a lot on me. I have a child that I try to keep from being homeless again. I can't carry my whole family anymore. That's what she told him. So he's told me, some days harder than others. I told him, well, try to rent a car. You know what I'm saying? We going back and forth. He said, I'm literally crying, LISHA. Thank you so much. Thank you, or whatever. I said, it's so crazy you crossed my mind. You just happened to just cross my mind, and that's why I text you, or whatever. And he said, I know he did, and it brought me 2 tears. Thank you for being obedient. I just received an email from them. And we going back and forth from that, or whatever. And then I thought, I'm like, okay, well, let me call somebody that I know to see that was a manager in another county, and I could probably get him on over there. I did all of that. He told me to tell him to come on, and he never came. I'm guessing he couldn't get the car. I asked him what happened. He said he ended up getting a job elsewhere. Okay, he ended up getting a job elsewhere. I said, oh, okay, well, that's good, cool. So he said, so Saturday he just texted me. This is what brought on this story time, and I told a few friends about it that know him, and they're asking, "Bitch, you sure he ain't on drugs?" And y'all, drugs never crossed my mind until now. Drugs never crossed my mind until now. Because he texted me Saturday. He said, if you can, I need $2. If you don't have it, it's not a problem. And this is my thing with that text. I could have sent him $2, but I didn't because I don't hear from him until he needs something. You know what I'm saying? I don't get a hey, how you doing? He didn't even, he did say hey, but it was like a hey, can I get $2? Bitch, I don't get a hey, how you doing? How you been? You good? Bitch, you don't even know if I got $2. But like I said, I could have sent him them $2. When he asked me for the $20, I sent him the $20. But I don't hear from him until he needs something. And that's the problem for me. You know what I'm saying? So if you have a job, why do you need $2? Why? So my friends, they like, bitch, you sure he ain't on drugs? My homeboy like, shit, if he willing to get help, I know some places that he can go, and it's not funny. I'm not laughing at it, but y'all, I'm over the situation, and I'm blow about the situation because, bitch, I probably done fuck with another crackhead. What is it? Why can't I see a crackhead from the door? What is going on? Like, why am I attracting crackheads from this bitch? Like, what's up? And yeah, I don't even know that this man is a crackhead, but it's giving crackhead tendencies. It's giving crackhead behaviors. It's giving real crackish. It really is. And y'all, comment down below if y'all feel me. And maybe it's not giving crackish to y'all. Maybe it's giving something else. But either way, comment down below and let me know what y'all think. But I never did answer him about the $2. I just looked at the message because I don't understand, why do you need $2 if you are working? What are you doing with your money that you don't have $2? And it ain't $20, it's $2. And I think he thinks because it's not $20 and it's $2 that it makes it better, and it doesn't. A grown man that's hitting 50 should have $2. Should have $2. So y'all, yeah, that text, this last interaction is what brought this on. But y'all, I think I have dated another crackhead and did not know it. I know I'm slow to some things, but yeah, this is one of them things that I'm slow to, obviously. But anyways, yeah, y'all. So like I said, I never did answer the text. He never did text me back about anything. I don't know when the next time I'll hear from him. Probably in a few weeks. He'll probably text me and ask me for something else. He probably won't ask me for no money. He'll probably ask me to buy him some food. I don't know what it's gonna be, but yeah, y'all. This is the end of my story time. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, hit me down below and let me know what y'all think. Is he a crackhead or is he not? And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.